peculiar. I don't know, but here we are, Game 5 in the best of 21 between Jordan 23 and TheViper. Arguably the two best players ever, but hey, you guys can argue about it in the chat. Welcome. In the yellow is Viper, and in the gray is Jordan 23, and it is a Mezzo War. And you know what bothers me? Nothing, because they finally chose yellow and gray. Thank God. It was getting so frustrating to have one player choose yellow and the other choose like purple, and they're just switching all up on us. So I don't like that. Yeah, the Kappa Pride spam can stop now. I mean, I'm sure if you've been timed out, you're no longer timed out, but no need for that emote spam. Let's get hyped for this game and let's talk about the maps. I'll start with Viper, and gosh, yeah, this is a pretty bad map for Viper. Very open. First, we'll start with his main gold. That's down below his town center. He also has a secondary stone there as well. His main stone is above the TC. Now, he could go for, what is his secondary gold? I think this would be a little bit safer because he's going to choose this wood line, and then he can wall in and use this gold if he wants it, but not ideal to have so many openings around your TC. You can't wall easily, and in Aztec Wars, or any Mezzo War really, you usually do that. Looking at Jordan's map, also pretty ugly, but for different reasons. His wood line's pretty good, but there's a large hill to the right of that, and on that hill is his main gold and his main stone. Again, I don't think he can wall this off easily, and if Viper was going to go forward, this would be a perfect position because he'd get the gold. But the nice thing about Jordan's map is he has his second and his third gold here, and he's already scouted that. So, honestly, all you need to do is just wall this area, which would be very simple for him, and then use that gold for a while. He's still going to be pushing uphill because his hill Viper will find as he runs to Jordan's TC, but at least he'll have gold that's safe and he doesn't need to jeopardize villager lives. Anyway, normally I'd speed it up here, but because we don't do a lot of Aztec Wars anymore, I'm going to talk a little bit about what you see and why this is a very unique civilization matchup. Aztecs, they're known for their 5 militia drush. Why? Because in AOC they get free loom, and that means they don't need to spend any of that starting 100 gold on loom, which gives them the ability to make 5 militia without having to collect any more gold, which is really, really nice. If not that, maybe you'll see man-at-arms. Then it will transition away from a melee unit to a ranged unit, and obviously it's going to be archers. But we all know in the Imperial Age, Aztecs get Eagle Warriors, so then we're going to see a switch back to infantry, and the infantry is then going to try and counter those crossbows and raid economy. So it goes from infantry to ranged units to infantry again, which is very unique. You don't always see that in other Civ matchups. Are there no bets for this game? Yeah, we're not going to do bets on the game because this is not live, and people are people, and sometimes people, even my subs, are horrible, and they would probably go and figure out who the winner was for this game, and they would cash in on the precious relics, so I can't do that, sorry. I think now I'm going to speed it up a little bit for us, because we have lots of games to go through. But again, guys, thanks for chilling out with me today, thanks for being here. You lucky I hadn't alt-G'd yet. Okay, Viper's saying, you're lucky I haven't used team colors yet, which would be this. But we're going to stick with the yellow and the gray, just for old time's sake. Okay. I think in Jordan's position, actually in both players' position, I would prefer to go for the 5 militia drush over man-at-arms. Man-at-arms normally you want a base that's kind of closed off. I'm not sure what they're going to do yet. I'm not horrible. Karan, come on, man. We know you're a horrible person. We're all horrible people, okay? Deep down inside, we are. The one thing that keeps us sane is Age of Empires, right? Why is Viper out here? Okay, he's gonna wall this off? Does he need some wood? Yeah, he's gonna build the barracks. I assumed he was gonna wall or build the barracks. I'm just joking, by the way. Don't get offended, please. I'm making fun of myself as well, so it's okay. So, Viper's building his barracks there, which is really odd. I would get it if he walled here, but why not build a barracks forward? Jordan, no surprise, going to build his barracks on top of this hill, and he should wall this off later on. Why not make bets on weird things like first to upgrades? LAC, we can consider that for the next game. Just shoot me a reminder. That's not a bad idea. My first kill of the game or something like that. I love how North Korean spy, that's his username, says I'm not that bad. It's just ironic. Any North Koreans listening to my stream, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Don't hurt me. How do relics and bets work on my Twitch stream? You earn relics by watching this stream, and relics is my betting currency. So people will bet relics often on the result of games and things like that. We're not doing bets because this is not live, but normally we would do bets on each game that we do. So you earn relics by being here, but you earn them twice as fast if you're a subscriber. And that's the gist of it. There are also attacks, which you'll see in the chat. And it's a mini lottery system, basically. Not everybody wins, but there is potential for payouts. But if you pay attention to the chat and like payouts and things like that, you should be able to figure that out as well if you have any questions about it, I guess. I think it was in game 1, I said that I watched Slam for Drush Fast Castle times. I'm really interested to see what these players will do with their Drush Fast Castle. It's obvious Viper's trying to play this one safe. This is a really weird wall, in my opinion. He should have just walled here, but maybe he was scared of that Eagle Warrior from Jordan. And Jordan has his Eagle here, and then Viper's actually running out with this Drush, and Jordan is clicked up too, which is pretty early. I don't know. Well, no. I do know. He's at 28 villagers, so he could do a fast castle, which is back to what I was saying. That's going to be pretty impressive if he can pull that off. But not good for Viper now. Normally it's 3 militia, and it's a struggle in this situation. But there's 5 and an Eagle Warrior. And, well, 1 village... I think she's going to survive, actually. But Viper's forced to send his Drush back, and this is awful. He's fighting with Vills. Okay, that one's going to die. And he's at risk of losing more as well. Oh, the Eagle might pick that off. 4 HP! But awful start for Viper. Great start for Jordan. Viper sending another weak villager back to the wood line. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan, as he doesn't have a lot of gold, maybe can justify some aggression early on. I don't think he's gonna hit the Castle Age with a good fast castle time. And I always say that in situations like this, but players can still balance their economies behind it. By the way, these are farm bugs. Those farms are actually working. It just doesn't look like they are. Jordan's harassing the economy. I'm still watching his resources. He'll have 100 gold soon, and he does have some food, so maybe he will just go fast castle after this. Really impressive, though, guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you for the birthday wish, Kowalski. I appreciate it, man. Every single stream, you always remember to say happy birthday to me. It's a blast. Thanks so much, man, for the resub. What was that, 5 months now? Dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. Okay, so Viper's going 2 ranges. He hasn't gone for a blacksmith yet. And maybe he's aware he received far too much damage there. He's also going man-at-arms, so he's going to go a little bit more aggressive, while Jordan is going to click up to Castle Age. And when you see this time, it's going to make you really angry if you're a player. And if you're not a professional, you know, these guys amaze you sometimes, but also they make you feel bad about yourself. He's going to be in the Castle Age at 16 minutes and 56 seconds in-game time. And a lot of people can't even straight up fast castle with that time. So, incredible stuff. Viper understands that we're probably going to see that fast castle. So he's thinking about running forward, but I think what changed his mind was his scouting here. You can see that there will be walls in towards the town center most likely. And so instead, it looks like he's kind of camping at his base, and he's forced to make skirmishers now to counter any crossbows that will come out from Jordan. What's really good for Jordan is he's done the best thing with his map. So he has 2 safe wood lines for the time being and 2 safe golds. And he'll probably just go straight to a boom after he creates a couple crossbows to do some damage. So he's going to have a huge jump start with this Aztec economy, and that's going to be great for him. Yeah, get the happy birthdays in the chat. Woo woo woo. But seriously, thanks for all the support, guys. You have no idea. I know you're probably thinking, oh, it's just a sub. You know what I mean? It's just like $3 for T90 every time I sub. But when everybody gets involved, it's awesome. And to see the faces continue to come back and say hello, and even happy birthday when it's not my birthday, it's appreciated. Like, so much. I know I use that phrase, it's appreciated, like, over and over again, but yeah, you guys are awesome. Too good to me, that's for sure. It looks like Viper's gonna wall up a bit. Have skirmishers at home. He's gonna be stuck in the feudal age for a while. Jordan... This is dumb. I'm sorry, I don't want to use the word dumb around Jordan 23, but why would you not wall this? You can't even see the man-at-arms running... Oh, wait, nope, you can see the man-at-arms running in. But come on, man! All you had to do was wall that off, and this man-at-arms would have tanked right into the town center. So, anyway, this is very good for Jordan. Talk about rigged. Like this is part of the play. Viper, attack him! Oh, Viper's not paying attention now either. Oh, man. So, man-at-arms actually going to be walled into the town center now. It was all part of the plan, I guess. Now the man-at-arms can't do anything without running into the TC. He wanted to wall here, not there. But there's the forward army for Jordan, and he's already killed a villager. And if he gets Bodkin Arrow, it's going to make things really difficult for Viper. Right now, it's 5+1 range. And then 4+1 on Viper skirmishers. It'll be even worse if Bodkin Arrow comes in. And it is coming in for Jordan 23. You can see Viper's desperate, building a watchtower, building walls. And Jordan, meanwhile, is going to kill the man-at-arms and probably starts transitioning to a stronger economy. And he's already doing very well because he's only 3 villagers down, and Viper will have that idle TC if he clicks up the castle. And I say if because it's going to be a while now. But this is pretty good for Viper. I mean, he's going to lose some of his archers, but his tower's doing a great job. Killed a crossbow, and now Skirmisher's going to clean up the rest. Or Jordan committing a little bit too much there, in my opinion. And with all the extra houses Jordan had to build, and all the extra walling, he's still not close to getting the next town center up, and he needs to keep the pressure on with his crossbows as well. Yes, 21. Best of 21, man. Again, this was played in 2014, and I just love, again, I'm going to toggle out for YouTube viewers. Look at the maps we're going to have there. Pause it if you want to look at all of them, of course. That's awesome. All the maps and different civs. Between 2 of the best players ever, in my opinion. Let me throw on a couple other names. But we're not going to argue about that now. Viper's getting closer to clicking up the castle, but you can tell he's struggling. He's building a market now. I love the fact he's gone to stone. That way he can collect some more stone for some towers. And, oh, geez! This is a really good find for Viper. The crossbows need to use their range in this situation, but Jordan running right into Viper's army and giving Viper some more time to get to the castle age, and he's just clicked up. Wow, and we're only on game 5. Yes, unfortunately I'm not going to do all the games today. But yeah. We are going to have a lot of games. It's 2-2 right now. And with the last couple fights for Viper, I think Viper's still in this one. Also, consider the fact Jordan, after he loses his army, forced to create more, and he still doesn't have a town center up. So, Viper will be a few villagers down, but he may even have more military and stronger economy. But still a lot of time left, and more crossbows left for Jordan 23. If we ever do the 24-hour stream, I'll probably do a big event that day. It'd be equivalent to, like, 21 casts in a day. I promise you that much. We still have Regicide Rumble to do again. The Capture the Relic was postponed, so all these things I'm going to try and do. And again, Viper being really smart here. Sending the skirmishers forward. Jordan lost another crossbow. Viper didn't lose a villager here. He sent his villagers away. And if he wants to toss up a town center, he can do that easily then. Viper is waiting for upgrades. 84% of the way up to the castle age. And these crossbows, they're trying to get in. They're knocking on the door. 19 military for Viper, 15 for Jordan, and I think Jordan has another town center. Yep, it's on its way up now. Actually, probably is up as we looked away. Jordan's running in, and I agree with the decision, and I don't agree with the decision, because obviously he wants to do damage with his crossbows before Viper gets upgrades, but also Viper knows that he's here, and he knows that Viper has an army. So Viper's probably waiting for that. Viper ran his villagers away. This is a pretty good trade for Jordan 23, but he did run in and put himself in this position to take this fight. And ooh! Mangonel, where did that come from? Yeah, Viper, very close to losing that entire crossbow army. I love the Mangonel choice. That was surprising. Viper's going to be forced to go for Zone Siege Workshop immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the bits, man.
24 hours, forest nothing.
Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I know you're really hoping for it, man. Thank you for the bits. I'm sure that scared you guys. It scared me too. And also that gif is pretty funny. But Viper's in trouble now. There's a Mangonel forward. That TC's going to be denied. And Jordan has more crossbows available. Viper needs that gold. He needs the wood. Oh, he's actually sending out an eagle, which is really smart. What do bits do? Bits is basically donating through Twitch. So you could buy bits and donate them, or you can watch ads to get bits, and 100 bits is $1, for example. So 1,000 is $10, and so on. Anyway, that Mangonel has gone down. Viper with a good piece of micro, but what I really liked about this was how Jordan was delaying Viper's economy. He got behind here with the crossbows for a while. He ran in here. Viper was forced to run away so many times. And now there's a 12 villager lead for Jordan 23. Still a little bit messy in my opinion. Like, the town center was idled there for a moment, but it looks like he wants to get town watch. Because, well, he's losing a lot of his crossbows here to Viper. Actually, nice micro with the army on the back, but he just wants to make sure he's not going to be raided. And one area Viper could go to is this area right here. You could go right behind that wood line. But he can't access these golds and the woods in the back. But as we've often seen before, you don't want to turtle up too much because you will be suffocated. But there's 3 Mangonels here, and I want to switch to Viper's point of view so badly. Okay, he's seen it now. I'm going to go over. And there's his own Mangonel, and really good micro from Viper. He did lose some crossbows, but worth it to get the Mangonels. Viper sending in another one at the same time. This is Viper's point of view. 1 for 1 there, and Viper's taking out another Mangonel and damaged those crossbows with another 1 for 1 engagement. So pretty good for Viper. Still, Jordan's going to send out another Mangonel immediately, but that was really impressive. Now, something that's pretty interesting is you see Scale Mail and Castle Age Eagle Warriors for Jordan 23. I think he might be patrolling the relics or looking for the relics or something with these eagles, but getting the Scale Mail and Castle Age normally indicates he wants to send a couple eagles out to deal with those Mangonels. Does Jordan still play? No, he does not still play. When I started casting, I started casting around the time that he ended, which is really sad. But, you know, things happen. There are players who were legends of the game and they no longer play as well. And oh, there's that eagle at work from Jordan. That was really nice. But yeah, Viper, again, I didn't time this. Viper's actually in Germany right now visiting Jordan because they're best friends. So that makes it even more cool. Viper built a second barracks and he's going for Castle Age Eagles now. Jordan is on his way to Imp, and you can see he used the market to do that. So Viper's going all in, it looks like, in the Castle Age. And Jordan defending with a Mangonel. Gonna be another Mangonel. He could make a few of his eagles, but I don't think the Mangonels will do very well if Viper has so many Castle Age Eagle Warriors. Now, what Viper sees is this gold. That's what he wants. But Castle Age Eagle's going down the crossbows. That one Mangonel's still alive. I do think Jordan's going to lose his main gold, though. It's all down to Mangonel shots. If the Mangonels can take out the crossbows, it's going to be very good for Jordan, but you see his villagers forced to chase and try and repair, and more eagles coming in now from Viper. Jordan with one behind. It's very hard to tell with the colors. But one Mangonel did go down to that Eagle Warrior, and we're going to see another Mangonel micro down by Viper. He is going to get to the top of the hill at this rate. Now Jordan, he needs to save his eagles, and he needs to get to Imp and get Elite Eagle, but I think he forced it a little bit. He's making eagles here. He's just now getting his second barracks up. He has all of this eco behind his walls. But beautiful play from Viper right now. And honestly, he doesn't need to continue to produce too much longer, in my opinion. If he holds to the hill, it's going to be good enough. He's damaged his opponent's economy enough. Eventually, he's going to have to make a decision and get to the Imperial Age. But he's done a great job at denying that gold and getting to the hill for the time being. Even running in with eagles to delay. And this is all the gold that Jordan has left. And unfortunately, he can't get around this side because it's off the map. So, I think that's a good decision from Viper. Still, when Elite Eagle comes in, it's not going to make things very easy for him. At the same time, there's only 5 military for Jordan 23, and I don't think 5 Elite Eagles are going to win this fight. Certainly against the crossbows they would, but against other Eagle Warriors with good upgrades, I think Viper will be able to hold for a while. The longsword from Viper, and I was wondering if he was going to do that. The one thing that will counter the Eagles is the longswords. So Elite Eagle is on its way for Jordan 23, and Viper is going to send longswords on top of this hill. And all he needs to do is hold this hill. Of course, Jordan could always escape and raid here, but Viper actually has crossbows there. That's something I didn't realize. Viper's just trying to suffocate his opponent, and Jordan knows he's not going to be able to fight there. He's just going to go and try and raid. Viper's going all in castle right now, and I appreciate this. Has 75 villagers. He has a strong economy with Aztec farming bonus. And I think Jordan needs to do damage fast. Either clear up the army on the hill and then push out, or just run right by and raid the economy. Force Viper to stay at his base for once. And there go the Eagles, and this will be a pain in the butt. And you see Viper's having to garrison all of his villagers because of 2 units. Just curious, I don't know how well the longswords will do here. There's not many of them. Anyway. And crossbow's not going to contribute much to this fight. That being said, that Eagles don't have the last defense upgrade. Elmaton with the resub.
Hey man, been a while but I didn't forget you less than 3 woo woo.
Thanks for the resub, man. I thought somebody subbed earlier, and it never came up on the alerts, which is really odd. I don't know what his name was. I might need to scroll up, but regardless, if he did, thank you, man, and welcome. I think Viper's push has stalled for the moment. He's actually gonna be defending more than attacking now, as Elite Eagles did do enough. And Jordan gets his precious gold back. Now, Viper could go for a castle, which is interesting, so Jaguar Warriors would be really nice to see in this game. If he's gonna place a castle, maybe he'd want to place the castle here so he can protect his gold and his stone. But for now, he's using the longswords, and obviously I'm a wizard. I knew what was gonna happen there. I could predict that, because there's that castle from Viper. I'm sure you guys knew about my wizardry. Even though Viper's able to defend with longswords, longswords are slower, and that just keeps Viper further from the Imperial Age. So it's not ideal.
Much love.
Gracias now with the 7 months as well. Thanks, man. Well, one nice thing about Viper's base at the moment, he has nice walls. And I think he is going to go Imp and go Jaguars. Which is kind of iffy depending on a couple things, but if this castle goes up, there's no way the Eagles can get in. Looks like Viper is going to snatch up that relic. I think Viper should consider stonewalling a bit in the back, but he has gold there, he has gold here, and he will be safe because Jordan has not invested at all into a castle. And while Viper's even raiding the gold of Jordan's, Jordan lost so many units forward. He's unable to defend his gold. This is unbelievable play from Viper. Still making eagles and longswords forward. And pushing Jordan off gold. And Jordan will soon be out of gold in the back of his base. So he needs to secure this. Now, did Jordan scout this? Yes, Jordan did scout that. So Jordan's running out that area for some more gold. But every second of harassment is worth it for Viper at this stage. Because he needs to get to Imp. And wow, he's still... Okay, looks like this hole is causing Viper problems. He's walled it off and he's still producing in the Castle Age. I'm just waiting for him to go to Imp, but Imp does not matter to him at the moment. I think this is going to be a fight for Jordan on top of the hill. I think he will get his gold back, but still the harassment was worth it. Jordan taking the score lead back. I don't know if you noticed, but Viper had it for a moment there. And now Viper... Oh, don't tell me he's going out to this gold. He is going out to this gold, and he's going to build a castle. Much like the Mayan Huns War game, and I believe that was game 2, Viper's now going to try and starve Jordan 23 of gold. And this is all down to awareness and experience. Obviously, this was years ago, but these guys are exceptional players. And speaking of awareness, Jordan did have eagles waiting, and he's going to force that castle to be placed elsewhere, or at least delayed for the moment. And oh no, this is awful! Villager sandwich! Viper had all these idols here, and the eagles are going to be able to get in. This is awful for Viper. Jordan's continuing to drag this game out. He's doing a great job at that as well. So Viper's all over the front of Jordan, and Jordan's now all up in Viper's business as well. Look at this. Eagles back here. Had to wall off to keep those villagers alive. Really is amazing, but still, I'm looking at Viper's food count, and he's not any closer to Imp. The Jaguar Warriors are the killer there, with 10+1 attack, and they do really well against the Eagles. Viper lost a lot of villagers, and Jordan's now 20 villas ahead, and if he can secure this gold, I think he's in a better position. Even building a town center over here to secure some more stone. Now, problem is, I'm sure that Jordan wants a castle, but he can't get this stone because Viper is constantly on this hill. Now, Eagles still raiding momentarily for Jordan, but it looks like everything's been cleaned up. And, now Jordan's going into Man-at-Arms. And while Viper's still continuing the Jaguar spam and the Longsword spam and the Eagle spam in the Castle Age, we're probably going to see a switch to Champion for Jordan 23. And I think that's the best move for him at the moment anyhow. Viper, oh, check this out. Viper's building a castle with one villager. Only one made it. He's sending over eagles, but what he doesn't expect is that tower from Jordan, and Jordan can kill that villager. In fact, villager's on 13 HP. Castle's denied again. If only Viper was there a little bit earlier with his military. Just seconds in this game to change things. You know, Viper is probably going to send more villagers, and he is trying to focus down this tower. So Jordan needs to get over here with some form of military. He does have his eagles to help out. And if he loses villagers, he's almost... Well, he's 22 ahead right now, so... He still has the advantage there. He still has the imp upgrade. It's obvious Viper's going all in castle. Ooh, but this castle... For Jordan, the building, not the age... That could stop this push, because Viper's going with a lot of longswords and jaguars to counter the eagles. And the castle will just destroy those units. So maybe Viper will push elsewhere, and yeah, he is pushing elsewhere. A lot of villagers coming forward. He's building a castle further back, and it looks like he's sending all of his military to that area. Same goes for Jordan, though. He's sending more military to the right side, now that that castle is going to save his gold. An additional defense upgrade for Jordan, which is only available in Imp, but Viper also has Iron Castle, which is the attack. Actually, Jordan just got that. But still a pretty good game. Viper, he's going to have 3 castles, and I think he will cook up the Imp now. So he's still in this one. He has gold back here. He has raided his opponent an awful lot. He just needs the imp upgrade now. But until then, the Jaguars will fare amazingly, and he's gonna try and get that gold eventually. Viper's on the way up. Viper is at 120 pop and 140 for Jordan. And it's like Jordan doesn't know what to do against this, because he tried to go long swords and two-handed swordsman, eventually get the champion, but he's still being raided here. He doesn't know where to fight. Viper has more military, and Viper will be an imp. And if Viper does win this one, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be pure map control, denying the golds. And I think Viper will go for another castle in this area, to be honest, because he's going to have the stone for it. Also, he has 3 relics, and he's going to get a 4th shortly. Not to mention... Okay, he doesn't see that one, but that is darn close. He might spot that relic. I think Jordan needs to win this one fast. He needs to go Trebs, he needs to go champions, and he needs to take out the castles, because Viper's making jags. Which you rarely see, but in Aztec Wars you can see it occasionally. And that might force Jordan into Arbalest, because the Jaguar Warriors are not anti-archer, they're anti-infantry, and those units are going to be devastating to him. But Jordan is committed to champion. He got all those upgrades. He cannot afford to go into Arbalest right now. It's all about how you use your resources. So he is researching champion, and he's going to have a lot of the upgrades he would want, but he's running into this castle. He maybe just found out that was there? Pretty sure he knew about that. That's just a misclick, or wasn't paying attention. He does have a castle over here. You can make a treb, and then he'll probably camp beneath that trebuchet. And then over here, he's not creating anything at the moment. But he is starved for gold. He needs this gold. And he needs to hold on to it anyway. It's a lot of stone, but Jordan no longer has gold here. He has no relics like Viper does. And Viper is going immediately into Arbs, which he does have the resources for. I love this move. Jordan is expecting infantry, and Arbalest will kill the champions so easily. It's going to be difficult still, because the lead eagles can get close to those Arbalests, but this is why I like Meso Wars. Meso Wars are so exciting. Like I said, we saw the infantry, we saw the ranged units, and we saw the infantry again, and now we're seeing ranged and infantry. Viper has so many castles, he can make trebs much faster. He's going to have 3, even though I think he's going to let this castle just go down. Put up another castle over here for this gold, and I didn't see Jordan over here until now. Jordan's going to get the castle up, but will it stay up as Viper's sending out a treb already? Viper's on top of this. He might not have the score, but this is a great game from Viper. I'm so surprised he got to the Imperial Age and seems to have the lead in every engagement at this point. Viper's running away with his villagers, and he also needs to protect these trebs. This is huge. Protect your trebs, Viper. So he's doing that. I think Jordan knows this castle will go down. I don't think he's going to be able to do much over here. The treb's going to deploy, and 2 are following. And Jordan's sending the champions over to help, but that's the first time that Jordan has seen the Arbalest, which means more eagles for him, I guess. And a lot of micro. Get the eagles against the Arbs. Champions against the Jaguars and the trebs. Jordan does have this gold again. Viper's trying to focus on all the golds, but he can't seem to do it all at once, which is understandable. 1 treb was focused down by the champs, but there's still 2 remaining, and a 3rd is coming in. Viper's at 145 pop, Jordan's at 195, but as this game goes on, do you favor Viper or Jordan? I'm leaning towards Viper. He has the relics. I think he has all 5 now, right? No, he only has 4. Okay, that's why I couldn't see it. There's the 5th. Big fight. And 2 trebs forward for Jordan. He sent them all this way. Now he's focusing down the castle of Viper. And more eagles are coming in for Jordan 23. Jordan 23 has this gold. He has his main gold. It'll probably last another 15-20 minutes, but man, this is an incredible game. Oh crap, I'm gonna pause. Because, okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. I thought the stream was gonna drop and I freaked out because this is a great game. Maybe some lag, but don't worry, you'll be able to see things. All we're doing is watching this fight in the top of the hill. Jordan lost a Treb. He had his champions on stand ground. I think with the gold Jordan has, the Eagles are going to be really strong for him, and I don't think the Arbs are going to be as strong as you would think for Viper. I get the choice, but they haven't done too much. And, ooh, hold on. Is Jordan going to go for... look at all his resources. What's he going to do with this? He's building another castle, like full Trebs, Eagles, and champions? It's insane. He just spent some of it. Oh, and he might get the Treb from Viper. Yeah, he's gonna get it. Viper has this gold again. He has 5 relics. But still, he does not have the military advantage, even with the Arbalest and Jaguar combo. And Viper's probably gonna lose this gold now. This is exceptional micro from Jordan 23. Sending the Eagles around to go after the Arbalest now. Champions focus down the Jaguars. Viper's forced back again. They didn't realize just how many resources Jordan had. He's had to contest for so many different golds, and now he not only has his main gold still left, he not only has the secondary gold. Well, no, he no longer has it, but what I was gonna then say is he can get this gold. And the Arbalest not doing too much here, as the Eagles are focusing them down. Now, Viper did not invest in the champion. I don't think he can afford to do that. He doesn't have as much food. He's constantly been down in villagers. I thought he had the edge with his army composition. I thought he had the edge with the castle positions, but now look at the Eagles do work on this wood line for Viper. He's losing more villagers. Great game from Jordan 23. Both players, really. I don't know how many games they played at once. I think they played this on the next day, but Jordan definitely on top of it. And Viper does not have Elite Jaguar, by the way. Just regular Jaguars, which will make him a lot weaker than he would like. Venture's asking about Viper's resources. I'm on his point of view right now. A population is swinging more into Jordan's favor. I don't even know if you could call it swinging. Like, it's like not swinging because it hasn't changed. Jordan has had more numbers for an awful long time, and now a castle for Jordan, which he may have purchased too, so he can get that gold. And it's going to be really tough for Viper now. Jordan's constantly above 180 pop. He has all the golds left on the map. In fact, that's the only gold left on the map. He still doesn't have any relics, and he knows Viper has 5. If Viper drags this out for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then maybe his relics will pay off. But champions have been incredibly strong. Also, something to point out, the unique tech for Aztecs was researched, so Garland Wars gives these champions +8 attack. So these are fully upgraded, and that would include the Eagles as well, of course. Viper still has trebuchets, right? Oh no, he just lost the trebuchets. I just saw that. Yeah, I don't know how Viper can push this back. Unless he sells a lot. He's not going to have the gold to do what he needs to do. And he doesn't have siege to take out the castles and push. Jordan, with these trebs coming out now, he needs to be very careful, of course, because Viper's just going to try and focus him down as fast as possible to save his castle. A little bit sloppy from Jordan, but we'll forgive him. He might lose 3 trebs, actually, which would be really bad. Okay, I think this one will be saved. He'll lose 2. That raid was big on this woodline. Look at all the dead farmers and lumberjacks. Okay, there's the 3rd. There actually 4 trebuchets went down there for Jordan. So that's really good for Viper. He's gonna also micro the Arbalest. He really needs to micro now because he can't afford a lot more units. And now chemistry coming in for Jordan and leather archer armor. I wonder if he's gonna go for some skirmishers or something. Wouldn't make sense to go Arbalest, honestly. Yeah, he's gonna go Elite Skirm. And Viper is pinned back, man. He is in his base, hiding, trying to mass some military. He's not making Jags. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong player. Oh, he doesn't have any castles left. Viper does not have any castles left to make Jags, so he's going into champion line himself. But he's behind upgrades, and oh man, the Eagles are caught out. Or sorry, the Arbalests are caught out by the Eagles. And it does seem over now for Viper. He's still hanging in there, though. Again, if he just survives and kills units as fast as possible, keeps his military alive, he will have the only gold remaining in the form of relics. But there's a lot of gold here for Jordan, and with that gold he can do so much. But Jordan has to finish Viper off. I'm pretty sure we just saw a petard bust over here. Because that was a full wall a moment ago, wasn't it? Or maybe it was a house? Actually, it looks more like a house. I was hopeful. Well, that means Eagles can raid Viper's economy, which is not good. Actually, there are a few Eagles in here. Oh, they got through this house on the right-hand side. Killed the lumberjacks. There are the skirmishers from Jordan. Skirmisher's going to be great against the Arbs. He does also have all the upgrades there that he would want. This game has tired me out, man. I can't imagine what the players feel like. Of course, I've casted, this would make it 5 games of this series, and I don't think they play them all at once, but this is quite an exhausting game here. But Viper just relying on his relics. Can Jordan range the monastery? I don't think he can. I think he was going for it, though. I'll go back to Viper's point of view. You can see the gold's coming in fast from the relics. I'm also speeding it up a bit. He cannot afford champion. He's just going two-handed swordsman and Arbs. Just still a pretty good combo, to be honest, but he doesn't have the numbers. He obviously believes, though. He's gonna run out of wood eventually. Like, this wood can be denied by skirms or any ranged unit. This wood as well. Not doing too well for him at the moment because there's still a hole in that wall. Oh, the monastery's being focused down now. Viper will lose access to the relics for a moment. He's just repairing it. He doesn't want to rebuild the monastery and relocate them, but yeah, he's gonna grab the relics and take it to the back of his base. Jordan knows. WWJD, what would Jordan do? Well, Jordan's going for the relics. Put that on a t-shirt. Well, Viper's selling like crazy. He still doesn't seem to have a lot of gold. He's at 140 pop and 200 for Jordan. And still 3 of these relics are far forward, so Viper needs to get these guys as fast as possible, and they're also right in the middle of his base. I guess at this point he needs to win a fight. It's not like it matters. I think if Jordan gets here, the game will end. It feels like it's GG, but Viper's keeping his units alive. Small chance that he will come back, though. Huge score difference. Arbs focused down, two-handed swordsman's focused down, and there's the end of the game. Wow, that was a great game. That lived up to the hype. I wanted a good Aztec war. I saw it. It's so hard to say what players do wrong in certain situations, you know? Because Viper did the right thing. He tried to focus on the extra golds that Jordan had, the main gold, and he did a really good job. It'd be easy for me to say, hey, Viper should have got to Imp earlier, and then he would have been okay, but if he went to Imp earlier, he wouldn't have had the Castle Age production, which did so well for him. Honestly, that's just a great game from 2 legends, and there's nothing more we can say about it. Jordan winning, even though he did not have the relics in the end, but he had the superior economy and map control. And that's the third really solid game we've seen, I think. Two of them, like the Huns War and the Persians War, they were kind of sucky. We'll just say it. They were kind of sucky in comparison to these other games. These games have been great. But 3 out of 5, for 3 out of 5 to be exceptional, that's amazing in this game, because there can be a lot of poor games. And right now, Jordan is taking the lead. Let's see. First game was Viper. Second game was Jordan. I'm pretty sure they've gone back and forth so far.